Hey guys, my name is Scoby and welcome back to another video. This is going to be a little bit different. It's kind of the first time I've done a full kind of face cam video like this on the channel. I'm using my DSLR, so hopefully the quality is really good. I plan to do more videos like this in the future, so this is more of a test to see how a talking head video will do over here. So if you have any other suggestions on how I can improve this or how you'd like to see stuff in the future, let me know in the comments down below. In this video, we're going to be discussing about how YouTube is really scary. I know it's a bit of an odd topic and I want to just discuss some things, kind of throw some stuff out there. I don't really have any bullet points for this video. It's going to be more of a relaxed kind of just, like I mentioned, talking head video, seeing what sticks. And I'm just going to be testing out to see how this works. Kind of brings me back to my YouTube roots where I used to just do commentaries all the time. Normally not so much like this, playing games and stuff like that, but now I'm going to be testing this out, seeing how it works. So if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. And if you have any suggestions on what I can do in the background, let me know. I plan to make it a bit more interesting as we go forward. Hopefully the lighting is okay too. I got some light on top of my camera, so if it needs to be adjusted, I'll figure it out. And let's jump right into this. So in the past week or so, YouTube had a glitch where the analytics were not showing correctly on the YouTube Creator Studio. So this is the analytics page where creators can see how many views they're getting, subscribers, comments, etc. So basically the overview control center of your YouTube channel. So sadly, YouTube had a glitch where it was showing less views than what people were actually getting. But of course, I was one of those people that didn't see the information right away, or it didn't show up in the Creator Studio right away. So for me, when I was looking at my views, they instantly dropped after a day by 30%. And I was like, oh, wait, what? 30% in a day is crazy. I've been working on this channel for a few years now. I have over 350 videos and I've been really building up my views. If you look at my graph, it like kind of linearly grows up with the amount of videos I've had. I've had a couple of spikes here and there, but really it's been quite linear and there's never been an instant drop or gain, or at least nothing ridiculous and definitely nothing of 30%. But to lose approximately 30% of your views in one day is crazy. And it just seemed like it kept dropping. So within the point of 2 days, I went from around 10,000 views a day down to 5,000, or how it looked in the Creator Studio anyway. And it really made me shit my pants. It was really an eye-opening moment because I always looked at YouTube as potentially a career in the future. I've kind of been building up this platform that I've been doing in YouTube for a while now. And I plan to eventually kind of, slowly work towards doing something like this, depending on how it goes, depending on if it's stable or not. And this kind of made me take a step back to realize, okay, yeah, it's not really that stable. In this case, it was just a glitch, so hopefully it won't happen again and it won't scare and it's actually not a real thing. But it's still something to keep in mind that YouTube is not a sure thing, or nothing in life is a sure thing actually. I'm 24 now, I'm living alone with my girlfriend, and it was really a moment where I was like, oh shit. Anything can go wrong at any time, and YouTube is just like running your own business, freelance, anything like this. It's scary, especially when you're on someone else's platform like you are on YouTube. You really have no real power unless you're really high up. You can get some reps and you can have specific contacts. But if you're like a small to medium creator that's just making enough money but just kind of scraping the barrel, you're kind of pooped if anything goes wrong. Like if your views just suddenly drop, that's it. You might not be able to eat that month. And I know it's the same with people that run their own business or do freelance or anything like this, but I feel like YouTube's a little bit more scary because the skills you do in YouTube don't always translate to the real world. Typically, if you're doing freelance or something like this, it's a service that people want or need. But when you're doing YouTube, it's not always necessarily something people need or want at that time. Especially if you're doing like unboxing videos, that doesn't really always translate, especially if you're a bigger creator that has a staff or you have an editor. You don't necessarily have the editing skills. How do you transition out of this? It doesn't always have a direct line. And this is one of the reasons I'm always scared to ever try to go to YouTube full time, or the thoughts of it scare me unless it's a significant risk reward or a significantly good risk reward. For me, I still work full time on the side. But for younger people who are still in school, these 16, 17-year-olds who are building up a YouTube channel, they're starting to see some money and they just jump straight into this as a career. It's kind of scary. Although I'm sure most of them will be okay, it's still just, it made me take a step back for a second. And it's just, you shouldn't really put all your eggs in one basket. You should always try to do other careers alongside this. And I'm not necessarily saying you shouldn't do YouTube full time, but you should also try build up an audience on Instagram or Twitter, or you should try to branch out, make your own website, sell merch, do these different things to branch out and to be able to, at least if anything does go bad or anything does go wrong, knock on wood, that you can still branch out later on. It's kind of scary to think that at any point YouTube could just be like, gone. This is one of the reasons I think that Rooster Teeth have done it really well. They've kind of hit the nail on the head on how to do things. They have not only their YouTube channel, which is not actually even where they started, but they have their own website. They have their own video hosting platform. They have memberships. They have all these extra things that have that building audience on top. So they're not really relying on YouTube solely. They still have their own platform. So maybe it's a thing that everyone should have their own platform, but then we have that mass platform media, but only the top creators can do this. So it's still tricky. Again, it really made me take a step back to think you should plan ahead, and that YouTube is really scary. And at any point, things can just Thanos snap away and I can just evaporate to nothing. Because I can't really imagine my life right now without making YouTube videos. It's always something that's in the back of my mind to create something, add something new. Whenever I see something, I'll create video ideas. I always have a notebook in my bag where I'm writing down different things, or I make notes on my calendar, and I just can't imagine my life without creating. I'm sure if there wasn't a YouTube, there'd be another platform, as long as I don't become one of those shitty Facebook creators or something like this with the fake pranks. But I don't know where I would be without this. Especially now where I'm creating a new channel where I'm doing more of a commentary style. It's not really the most popular thing on YouTube, and sometimes I see creators kind of getting the back end of the stick, and YouTube seems like it's going to be pushing down on these commentary channels more harshly. So it's a bit scary to move forward. But I'm going to be leaving my commentary channel. I'll link in the cards here if I can, or somewhere in the comments down below. So you can check that out if you want. I'd really recommend checking it out, giving me some advice there, trying to figure out my format there as well. But this video was a little bit all over the place. I realize that now. I just wanted to throw some stuff out there, see what sticks. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, if there's something you want to discuss, or maybe you have a different opinion. Maybe you think the way they're doing it is fine and you think I'm just being a crazy boy. Either way, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like. Subscribe if you're new. Check out the other videos on the channel. Until next time, guys, as always, keep it saucy. Peace.